Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in the Miller Time segment tonight. 3 hot topics. Let's get right to the sage of Southern California. Joins us here in the studio tonight. Miller.
Billy, hectic in Manhattan tonight. They're lighting the I Hate Fur tree over there. Or what is it called? The Affordable Health Care tree. I don't even know. Everything's so politically correct now. And then I see them holding Rudolph down for a forced... Bloomberg is forcing a rhinoplasty on him, taking the regular nose out, putting in a low-energy curly-Q thing, and then I run into Marty Bashir playing Sancho Panza to the naked cowboys El Don
There's
Quixote.
A lot going on.
It's crazy.
And you know what they're
Happy Kwanzaa!
You know what they're decking the big tree with? 16-ounce soft drinks. That's what it's going to be. I think, because Bloomberg's out there mocking him on the tree.
It is tough out there.
There's a new poll, Miller, and I'm sure you're going to be interested in. Let's put it up on the screen. According to the Associated Press, Americans are very suspicious of each other now. Question in general, how much would you trust other people in following situations? Access to medical records. 50% would not trust them. People who prepare your food in restaurants, 47% don't trust those people. So why are you eating out? People who you hire to do work in your home, 41%. People who share photos and other stuff on the net, 38%. So apparently we're a paranoid nation, Miller. We are paranoid.
As we should be, brother.
Yeah.
I just walked down 10 blocks from my hotel, and my mook to cool person ratio on the way down was 27-1, and it's trending towards 28. People are crazy. When did people ever trust each other? When they were sitting around the primordial ooze, if somebody eyeballed and gave stink eye to your cudgel, you beat them over the head with it. That's the way it always has been.
You and I were raised the same thing. Remember Ozzie and Harriet, and remember Father Knows Best and Leave It a Beaver? They trusted each other.
Those were hallucinations, Billy.
Really, they weren't true.
People were crazy. Trust is earned. Caveat emptor. What is that? Yiddish? That's been around for a long time.
Yeah, that's Latin. That's Latin. But in your life, do you trust a lot of people?
I love doing it live with you. I feel like Rowan and Martin.
That comparison is made before. In your life, do you trust a lot of people?
I trust the people who earn my trust. Do I trust people right out of the box? No, people are crazy.
Right.
This whole thing about calling up an Obamacare navigator and giving your vitals over to somebody who got drummed out because they couldn't sit at the desk at Acorn, for God's sakes, and you're going to call them up and give them your vitals?
Yeah.
You're crazy if you do that.
Okay. Cell phones on planes. You travel a lot.
Yeah.
You looking forward to making some calls?
I predict if they have people yakking at the top of their lungs on cross-country flights, there'll be 8 people dead with spork wounds in the first week on 8 major airlines. For God's sakes, it's one of the few places we can get away from this crap. And you know, my problem is I'm always sitting next to the kid on the plane who wants to yak, and he's got the boring life. I'm never sitting next to Edison. You know, I'm sitting next to Keg or Eddie, and he's talking about how Junebug's cheating on him. You know, I always get that crazy guy. Can I sit next to somebody who's got a life? Never have people with less lives chronicled them more than today, for God's sakes.
But you usually fly first class. There's got to be some interesting...
Unless I'm flying private.
Okay.
Or unless, like, I came in here, I saved money, $79. I deadheaded in on an unused Amazon drone.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, you got to curl
on
up.
The Amazon
you
drone?
got to get feet. Well, you're only with 2 other people, though, and I saved some money.
But let's get back. We'll get to the drone.
You know where the drone was going after me?
Where?
Delivering the blow to the Toronto mayor. He gets his coat brought right into the house. Yeah.
Right. Now, in coach... And up the airline.
Yeah.
It's like you're already sitting on somebody's lap.
Like
it's like this.
Coach, for God's sakes. You get carried between your house and here by those people who carried the husband and the bride in the Celine Dion's wedding. You're in one of those chairs.
I got Nefertiti's slaves carrying me to work. Okay, we've established that. All right, now, can you imagine owning these little seats with everybody? You're right on top of people.
It's going to be violent. People are going to beg to bring back smoking at that point. Because that's how crazy that's going to be.
We have a choice between cell phones and smoking. We'll take the cigarettes.
What about we have the flight attendant be a drone, and that little thing just comes down the aisle, and you grab your whiskey and soda. Everybody gets blasted. Everybody's on a phone or texting or Instagramming.
All right, now
it's the end of air travel as we know it.
All right, you're obsessed with the drones. Now, this was one of the greatest publicity stunts of all time on 60 Minutes on Sunday, where Bezos of Amazon says he's going to deliver packages by drones in a few years. That's totally bull, and I'll tell you why in a moment, but I want your take on it.
Well, my take is that nobody's eyes are wider than Bezos is, and nobody's more slitty than Charlie. I mean, the two of them together.
Charlie Rose.
Yeah, I mean, they had the whole ocular thing. You know, Charlie's squinting at him, and he's like, this is going to be big in a couple years. This thing, God, the whole thing's covered here. Listen, I long for the old days when a drone was Al Gore going on and on about climate change, you know, but I'm an old man. Can we take care of getting these drones over our consulates in crazy countries, Billy?
That's Miller's house.
Why do we have that over the Benghazi thing, for God's sakes? Why do I need a 4-pack of suppositories delivered to my house from the ionosphere? Let's get some security, for God's sakes. You're damn right I'm spitting.
You know You know why this is not going to work?
Why?
The first time the drone lands on a little kid, there's going to be a $10 million lawsuit.
Yeah, the first time an idiot tries to return something by drone.
Right.
And gets,
it blows up.
Gets their groin caught in the whip-around
And they're going to get them mixed up. They're going to get the drone intended for Abdullah. It's going to go into Illinois.
And to bring it full circle, that's why I don't trust people.
Not going to happen on the drones.
No, it isn't.
But the guy's a genius.
Here, let me do my Charlie impression. Hey, Jeff, what the hell's behind this door? This is a drone! There you go.
Dennis Miller, everybody. He's loose on the streets of New York. We have 2 bolder, fresher shows to tell you about. 2 new ones.
Merry Christmas, Billy.
March 28th, we'll be in Charleston, South Carolina at the North Charleston Performing Arts Center. Next day, March 29th, we'll be in Knoxville, Tennessee at the Knoxville Civic Auditorium. Tickets make great Christmas gifts. They go on sale tomorrow. But BillO'Reilly.com premium members can get them in advance because we love you guys. Martha McCallum on deck, a baby and a father on the net. All hell is breaking loose. Right back with it.